For the question that I love to always ask, how does powerful writing make businesses better? AKA, they make more cheddar, more money.
Because you're able to make a case for why your business deserves the contract bid.
Okay, so there's on the sales side, right?
Yep, the sales side. We talked about this a little bit. You put the company out there for marketing to attract those talented employees.
Yeah, that's huge.
Okay.
As a restaurant owner, I can tell you that has a big impact.
Well, it does. I mean, no one's going to want to come to a business that can't portray itself. You have to make the fish come and bite on the hook. You're the fisherman. They're the fish. You have to. The powerful writing is the hook.
Right. And by the way, so this then, I mean, doesn't this? Would you say that this equally applies to verbal communication?
Oh, completely.
So, what's the difference? These apply to when you're pen to paper writing.
Mm-hmm. And when you're giving presentations.
So then if you're going to recite what you've written, it obviously applies there. But if you learn these skills, what you want to do is just in regular conversation, use these skills as well.
Exactly. So you purge the the bad writing, the bad speaking habits.
Right.
You learn how to get to the point. You learn how not to use all those wasted words. Radio interview, TV interviews, outlining your message is another thing. People don't outline their thoughts. They just kind of start writing and so forth. I had an opportunity for a 4-minute television interview. It took me almost 4 hours to think my way through how am I going to spend those very few seconds, okay? So I outlined my message, and then I spoke it verbally over and over and over again with a stopwatch running on my computer.
Wow.
To time it.
4 hours for 4 minutes.
Yep.
I must say, I have to say something right now. The most delightful email exchange I've ever had in my life was with you, Carla.
Why?
I don't know. Something about your writing made it so delightful to converse with you over email. You must have been using powerful writing on me.
I don't know. I just do what comes naturally. And that's what I'm sharing with
that's what you're
everybody
teaching,
else.
right,
Doing
exactly.
what comes naturally. But all this stuff, it applies to your own performance review. It applies to taking care of subordinates. It helps you get promoted.
Right.
Okay.
Right. That'll get you more money. And then what about that's on the sales side. That's with your own employees. Are there other ways that people aren't thinking of? Like maybe like if you're trying to work with, let's say you're in commercial real estate, and what's important is sometimes agents who have kind of inside scoop or properties in their back pockets. You kind of want to be the person that they share those really, really good deals with. I wonder if writing could potentially help in business in a way where you build a relationship with your vendors or suppliers. And so they're like, this is the person I actually want to go to and help when I have good deals for this person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess I'm not sure how the writing would play into that. Maybe it's in the communication with that vendor or supplier.
Yeah, another way you apply this thing, and this is something else people don't think about, is telling success stories. So, for example, when I was flying into Chicago yesterday, I sat next to a very nice gentleman who was the owner of a small private company that was in the transportation field. And nice guy. He was telling me about these really great successes. He's very proud of his 9-year-old company. I asked him, so have you taken these little success stories and spun them into a product and told that as a good news article like industrytoday.com or whatever your trade journals are? Marketing good news is another real critical application of this. So, for example, going back to the 324th, when I took
the battalion in Hawaii that you oversaw.
Yep. So when I arrived, in addition to being the perpetual loser in the awards, the morale was non-existent. It was the unit simply did not like itself.
Right.
Long story short is, there are 2 leaves in any organization. One is the mission leaf, taking care of the mission. You have to water
leaf
that.
Like leaf on a tree. Okay, gotcha.
The other leaf is the people leaf. You have to take care of the people. And what I surmised is that for a very long time, no one had taken care of the people leaf, so that part of the unit had withered. So, again, this is going back to marketing good news. So I launched a series of first ever done programs taking care of people, developing new programs for professional development for the senior airmen, a whole list of brand new initiatives to take care of the people. That's great. They loved it. They worked.
What's an example of one of... say it again a little slower.
Okay. We established a 3-day training program, professional development program for senior airmen that did not exist anywhere in the Air Force.
And they taught something in that workshop that helped their skills.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right?
And one of those airmen would teach the other airmen, I assume.
The senior NCOs. I went to my senior enlisted folks and I was empowering them. I said, this is your job to help grow the younger generation enlisted troops. I want you all to help me develop, or I want to help you develop a 3-day professional development course where you all teach these younger kids.
Got it.
And we did first one ever in the Air Force at that point. And so there were several other programs like that. And the folks started sitting up and taking notice. This is good stuff. Now here comes the strategic communications part.
I was going to say, where's the writing?
All right. So the organization, Air Intelligence Agency, 16,000 people worldwide, had a monthly news magazine. Everybody read The Spokesman, the monthly news magazine. So I partnered with my public affairs sergeant, and for every one of these new programs that we started, we crafted a success story, picture and article about each one of these new programs. They got published. They got worldwide publicity within the agency.
The 324th was getting some serious marketing.
And other units started implementing our programs.
No shit.
Okay, and so my guys, they see themselves getting all this wonderful press. They started standing taller.
Right.
And all of a sudden, this was a unit to be respected.
The one to beat.
And it blossomed. So
beautiful.
Marketing good news stories is another really critical way of how you can write powerfully and how you can use that.
You basically realized, okay, now that we got something cooking here that's good, let's leverage that.
Yep.
Let's leverage that and get it on paper for hundreds or thousands in this case to see it. When those thousands see it, who cares about the thousands seeing it? Great. If they benefit from it and they implement it, fantastic. But what you cared most about is I want my battalion to see
my squadron.
They're being highlighted.
Yep.
And they're going to be even more gangster. Wow, that's a great idea.
Marketing good news.